Hey YouTubers, welcome back to the channel, you crazy koi keepers. So on today's episode, I'm going to teach you, show you, step by step, how to fit a Nexus pump fed auto clean. So this has already got an auto clean on it, but it's give up the ghost. But it has been on there for 4 years, to be fair, so that's not bad value for money, but it has actually completely kaput. So I'm going to strip that down first, and then I'll show you as if we were setting it up from the start, as if it never had one in the first place. You get me? Sweet. So first of all, I need to trim this back so I can actually try and film it, because it's a bit snug in there, and there's a bit of bamboo growing through it as well. So yeah, I'm going to trim all that back, and then that way I should be able to get a bit of a better camera angle. Okay guys, so there's your Nexus. There's where the water returns. This is a pump fed Nexus, so that's your return pipe. Over here's where your inlet is, so this is where the water comes in, and this is the best place to fit, in my opinion, your auto clean, because that's where the airbox control box goes. So looking at this now, this is just like your standalone Nexus 320. So here's the new one. Let's see what we've got. So we'll open it up. So you've got a non-return valve that stops the water when it cleans from going back to the pond. You've got the air controller, which flips over the air from the outside to the inside when it cleans. You've got your instruction manual. You've got your waste valve, and you've got your auto clean. So in these little boxes here is all the rest of the parts you need. So it comes with the Allen keys that you need, the little rubber grommets, you need to put them on. That's for the air, stops any water getting in. You've got all your screws, your Allen keys, and that's what the screws go into that hold the auto clean on to the top. And then you've got your bracket, which is your mounting bracket. So the first thing that we're going to do is take out the Nexus, and with the screws provided, we are going to mount the hanging bracket onto the auto clean. No, I can't film that because I'm holding the phone, and so it is what it is. I'll bring you right back. I suppose I better do this properly, right? So in your bag, you've got your Allen keys. The big one fits those, and the little one fits these. And these are the two screws, the smallest ones, that we're going to use to fit to the back of the auto clean. So guys, to install this, it comes with everything you need, apart from you need a 3mm drill bit and a 6mm drill bit. So once you've screwed the bracket onto the back of the auto clean, take it to your Nexus. I'll flip you around and I'll show you, and then you can drill straight through with your 3mm drill to mark where it's going to go. So the mounting bracket's on, take it to your Nexus, see where it fits best for you, and then what you can do with your 3mm drill bit is you can drill straight through to mark where it's going to go, and then take it away, drop it on the floor, and then drill through with your 6mm drill bit to make the holes bigger. And then what you're going to do with your big Allen key is you're going to screw these into your holes. So as you can see, they're threaded. Focus. So they're threaded, and basically you can just screw them into the holes that you've drilled. Just don't over tighten them, just so they're nice and flush with the surface. And then you can get your auto clean from the top, and with the smaller screws, and the smaller Allen key, you can bolt it in place just like, if only I had an extra hand, if only there we go. And then you tighten those up with your smaller Allen key. Boss. So there you go guys, I've tightened it up, that's nice and secure, fitted on the front. So the next thing to do is we're going to fit the air switch over. So as you can see, it's got air to bio chamber, power, air to easy, the middle bit's called the easy, and then you've got air to the air pump. So that's the feed in, that's the feed to your easy, and this is the feed to your biological. So what we're going to do, we're going to take these 4 screws out, take the lid off, and then we're going to drill through some holes, pilot holes, so that we can screw it firmly from the inside, and then we're going to put the lid back on, and I'll show you that in a second. So there it is, screws are undone, take the lid off, and inside you'll see you've got 4 places where you can do it. So if you get your drill, you can hold it in place where you want it to be, find a nice place where it sits on the top, and then you just drill through this and then into the top of the Nexus, and then you can fix that permanently in place. You get me? Okay guys, so we've drilled the holes, I've put some in, I just wanted to show you this bit. So in your little box of tricks with the bag with all the stuff in, it comes with these small focus O-rings. So basically that's going to make this nice and watertight. So I'm going to stick that on. So basically each screw has a rubber grommet which just seals it. So, and then you just screw that down nice and firm, and then I'll show you the next step. So guys, we're going to put the lid back on this, we're going to tighten that down. I generally put a little bit of Vaseline in each of these just to make sure that no water can get in. So first thing is make sure you put it on the same way as you took it off, because you don't want to put it on the wrong way around, because obviously it's got the labels for where everything is. So then you've got the feed to the easy. We're going to feed that through there like this, and we're going to feed that into the feed that goes round into your easy. Now when you're fitting this, you leave both of these valves open permanently. Just a little top tip for you. What I should have done really is brought along my little tripod, and I could have sat it on this Nexus, and I could have literally filmed everything that I was doing on this Nexus. I could have sat this on here if I'd have thought about it and filmed everything. Go! Oh well, do my best. Right, so let's go back to our box of bits, and we have this piece of pipe here. So this piece goes from your little black box to your bio chamber. Again, don't forget to leave both of these valves open. I'm going to try and do this one-handed for you. So we're going to slip that in there. Also, just push fit, and then we're going to slip it into there, which is also push fit. So that's your air box, which is going to switch the air over from when it's just running normally to when it cleans, and it'll switch the air over into the middle to aerate the easy before, as it's cleaning. On this side you've got your air pump. So we've got an Evolution Aqua air pump down here. Here's the feed, and we're just going to slide it into there So now we have mounted the box of goodness and we have mounted the little box of tricks. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to fit the non-return valve. So the non-return valve is in the box of tricks over here, and the idea of this non-return valve is so that, rip that off there, is so that when it comes to clean, the non-return valve, which you have to fit a specific way, it's got an arrow on it, there you go, and the idea of that is the ball inside will drop when you turn the water pump off, and what that does is it keeps the water level in here. So if you didn't fit the non-return valve, when your pump turns off, this will go down, the water will literally siphon back down your pipework and back into your pond, and then there isn't enough water in the centre to give a good clean to your Nexus. So the next step is to install that, but I'm a bit cheeky because of replacing this. I've already got it fitted. So if you look down here, here's the inlet, 38mm pipe, and there in the mud of love is our non-return valve. So you do need to buy hose tails if you're pump fed using Aqua's flexi hose. Big up Aqua's! If you're using Aqua's flexi hose, you need to buy 38mm hose tails or whatever size pipe you're using, and you need to glue those into each end of the non-return valve. And once again, make sure you've got your flow going the right way. So as goes from the pump through the 110 watt Evolution Aqua UV light, then through your non-return valve with the arrow facing that way, and then into the filter. So I just did that real quick. So the next step-a-rooney is to fit the waste valve, which goes on here. So I'm going to do that next year. I suppose I best dig up them weeds and pull them weeds out first, just so you can see what I'm doing. Right guys, so what we've got on this one, this is your original valve which you keep on. That's your original waste valve that comes with the Nexus. What we've done is we've glued a piece of 1.5" pipe. We've got a 45 degree, whichever needs to suit you. I'm just doing that because the waste water is running that way. And then you will glue on with another piece of 1.5" pipe the end for the waste valve. Now the waste valve can go either way, it doesn't matter, but I always put it this way around so that I can keep the cable out of the way, which runs to the box. So all the cables, cable for the air, the cable for the waste valve, are already connected into the bottom, so you don't have to wire any of that in, which is good news. DIY job. So we're going to fix the new waste valve onto the ends. These are the ends that it comes with. So I've just glued in 1.5", and then you can put a hose tail on the other end. One little top tip is to make sure that these rubber seals don't fall out, because then you're just going to have a leak. So let's get that on and then we'll get on to the next stage. So there you go, waste valve fitted, cable going around, keeping it out of the way, and up to a box. So as you can see, original tap, I've used a 45. You can use a little bit of straight pipe. You could literally use a piece of just 1" pipe and glue it into there and glue it into there if you wanted to come straight out. So I've just used that 45 because I want the water to go this way. So that's all fitted now. There's a ball valve inside here which is controlled automatically, and once you've done that, this tap now stays open. No! I did that on purpose, God. Oh God, that stinks, man. That stinks. Oh. And we've got a little leak on there as See, oh, there you go. Ew, that absolutely stinks. So yeah, make sure you tighten the collars up nice and tight so you've got no leaks. Open that valve. Now that valve stays permanently open so that when the filter cleans, this ball valve opens automatically, which allows the wastewater to escape. Next step, let's do this. Okay people, so we have got the box fitted. We have got the air control valve fitted. We've blagged it and made out that we've changed the non-return valve. And we've fitted the waste valve, which did not leak. That was CGI. That was definitely CGI. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the lid off the cover and we're going to wire in the mains feed to power it, and also your water pump is connected inside here as well. So we'll get the lid off and I'll show you the gubbins inside. Right, so this is held on with these, just a little flat blade. When you put them back on, try not to over tighten them because you can snap them off. So that's the last one of them out. Off with the cover. Now inside you've got all your electrics, and you move back a bit. So these are all your timers for different things. So that's your main cycle one. You've got the air switch over and you've got the waste valve one. So you don't need to mess with these because these have all got stuff programmed so that it all works in sync. And this one I'll show you in a bit. This is how you set how often to clean it, how often it cleans basically. Now in the bottom of here you've got your connectors. So you've got your mains cable, got your live, your neutral and your earth, and you've got one which is your pump cable, again with your live, your neutral and your earth. So at the bottom there's two spare grommets, whatever you want to call them. So you take them off and you take that one off, and inside here there's a little rubber that tightens up as you tighten it to make it waterproof. So we're going to pass the mains cable and the water pump cable up through here, and then we're going to wire them into these. I'll bring you back in a second. Right, so you've got your cable, you put your screw thing on, you put on your rubber seal, so when you do it up, it's going to pinch it up nice and tight. Squash this up, which makes it all waterproof. Right chaps, so electrics are all done. We've wired the pump in, we've wired the mains feed in, and we've tightened up these grommets. Make sure you put the rubber grommet in when you tighten these up. That'll make it all nice and watertight. So the next thing, if you want to set your auto clean when you want it to clean, so basically you've got a timer here. It's a sort of 10 seconds, 1 minute, 10 minutes, 1 hour, 10 hours, 1 day, 10 days on, off, and then on the bottom you've got a percentage. So if you want your filter to clean every 2 days, you'll set this arrow at 1 day and then this arrow at 50%, and then that'll clean twice a day because it's going to clean at 50% of 1 day. If you want it to clean every 5 days, you'll set the arrow at 10 days, which that is, and then you'll set this one at 50%, that's set at 30%, so there's a tiny little arrow there, and that's how you work it out. So you can do it at 10 days, 50%, you can do it at 20%, 30%, 40%, whichever, and that way you can program it how often it cleans. So I'll set this to clean every 5 days because there's 2 of them and it's on a 6,000 gallon pond, which I'll do now. Then we'll get the cover back on and then we're pretty much done, guys. And there you are, all finished, all working, all running. So in the end, because it's summer and the pond was a bit messy because this auto clean was broken, the waste wasn't emptying. So the air would switch over, it turned the pump off, it mints up all the stuff it's collected, but then because the waste valve wouldn't empty because it was broken, it was basically just pumping all the crap back into the pond. So I've done a big water change on the pond and I've fitted a new auto clean. So I did try changing the relay for the waste valve and I did try another waste valve, but it was having none of it, so I just replaced the whole kit. So it's just not worth it for the price of them. They are reasonably priced. Ow! There's mosses everywhere. So we're just gonna, So I'm just gonna show you. So that's set to clean so I've set it at 10 days, 20%, so it'll clean every 2 days. So, but also you can press the manual clean button and then it will clean. It'll go through the cycle, clean it, empty it if your pond's looking a bit crap. And then after that clean, it will only clean again the next time to what you set it at. So I'm gonna give them both a little, because we've got another one over here and that works. And we're just gonna run them both for a little clean and then they'll both clean. So as you can see, I've pressed the button, orange lights come on, it's in cleaning mode, the non-return valve's kicked in and it's now going to clean. So it does take a bit of time to go through the process. So basically the water pump will switch off as soon as you press the button. The non-return valve kicks in obviously because that's just automatically does that. But then it takes a while for the air to switch over and stuff like that. So I'm not going to bore you with it and stand here for 10 minutes just waiting for it all to switch over and stuff. But I'll bring it back when it does switch over and when it does empty. So there you have it, the air switched over, easy's working, and you can see how much that has actually collected. And the same with this one as well. So that'll aerate, and then once that's aerated, the waste valve will open, that'll all empty, the waste valve will close, the air will switch back onto the outside, the water pump will come back on, and then the filter will fill back up. But a little top tip for you, when these come, you get a pipe to stick in the middle of it with like some rubbers on it. So even though you've got the non-return valve that kicks in that stops the water level going down, if you do a manual clean and put your pipe in, you can actually get this to fill up a lot higher, and that way it boils a lot better. Just a little tip for you. Anyway, I just got bit on the bottom of my back, but this tree is absolutely full of bees, but it wasn't a bee. There's these little mosquitoes everywhere. And my trousers rode down and it bit me. Anyway, back to this. Get away. Honestly, there's mosquitoes everywhere. So yeah, so this is going to bubble away. Bubble, bubble, toilet trouble. Then the waste valve will open. It'll dump all the crap what it's collected. The air will switch back over and then it'll fill back up again. And there you have it, guys, that's starting to empty now. That one's emptying as well. You can see it's a bit, it's very, because I had to set it not to clean because obviously it was pumping all the rubbish back to the pond. So I'm going to sit here and give them another couple of cleans just to make sure there's no more rubbish going back to the pond. And we're all done. So if you like the video, do me a favour, give it a thumbs up because then more people get to watch it. Right guys, my work here is done. I'm just going to give them a few cleans because it was quite messy, pack all my stuff away, and I'm headed to the pub, as you do. Lovely weekend. Well, it's not too shabby, is it really? The weather's been crap, to be honest with you. But anyway, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment. I want to grow the channel really. I've got about 375 subscribers. I want to get it up to 500, so you could help me, I can help you. Let's do this together, guys. Yeah, so give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Perky, you're a knobhead, Perky, you're a legend, and hopefully you guys will help me grow the channel so I can bring you more content like this load of rubbish. And yeah, take care of yourselves. take care of your koi, take care of your loved ones, and I'll see you in the next one.